Hi, I'm Matt from Ludovox, and we are at the Essen Spiel 2016 with Friedman Friese. Hi, Friedman.
Hi.
So, have you spent a nice show so far?
Yeah, it's very good. The people really like my games, so yeah.
So, we are there with your latest game, which is Fabled Fruit. It is a game for 2 to 5 players, ages 8 and up, and you can play for around half an hour, maybe less.
That's right.
I can read the box.
No, it's just a short game, yeah. It's just.
Okay, so what is the story, or let's say, what do we try to do in Fabled Fruit?
In Fabled Fruit, we collect fruit on different areas on the board, like a bit like worker placement. I go there and take the action. And I try to collect special combinations of fruit to get the cards board for that combination. Then I get a Fabled Fruit, the Fabled Juice, which is my victory points. And I try to get 3 of them to win the game.
Okay, and how do we get the fruit then?
It's very easy actions. I go to that and I draw 2 cards from the fruits here. The fruit stack. Or I trade. I would draw 1 and trade 3 cards with another, or I do some press your luck stuff. I turn over cards until I think it's enough, or until I burn because I have two of the same, so then I get nothing. So something like that. These are the 6 starting things. Very, very easy, but. The main important part is the fabled concept on that game. Whenever I buy these cards, as example, I have to put a new location in the game, which can be used by now. So, in the beginning of the game, we only have 6 spaces where we can do action, and at the very moment when somebody buys the first victory point, we get a 7th location. Then the next 3 board buys will be the 3 cards, because every card is 4 times in the stack. And then the next action will show up. But if 4 times this is board, this action is gone. So this is the fabled concept. You start with a fixed setup and the game evolves.
So the cards are not variable, so how do you make for replayability? Do I have to start with 7 and go up to 59?
The fabled concept is that we play until 3 victory points. And then we stop it, put these cards away, and next time we play it, immediately after or whenever you want to play it, you start at the point where you stopped the last game. So this is a different setup every game you play. And there are so many cards in here, 240 cards, 59 different locations. So after 22, 23 games, you're first time seen everything, and then you can just start over and play another 22, 23 games.
Okay, and how did you have the idea behind Fabled Fruit and the Fabled concept? What drove you to build this deck you have to dive through?
It is long time ago. I already had an idea. It was for the Formidable Foes game I had. To make a monster dungeon crawlers thing where the deck of monster cards will be generated by the game you play for the next game you play. So in which order the monsters will come into play. It did not work for this game, and then the legacy stuff came out, and a lot of them. Then the Echo system was announced, some kind of. So I was just remembering that I had a concept I already worked on and should just go back to that and maybe find a solution to solve that. What I really want to have, this concept of not legacy stuff, but the game memorizes and I don't have to destroy anything. I can just restart whenever I like, so I can play my game, Fabled Fruit, with different groups, which is not really possible with the legacy game, because the legacy game is normally I like the legacy stuff, but I dislike that you're kind of bounded to the people, to the group you played with, like role-playing games. And I really like with this, I like it. You can, there's in the glossary, there's a list where you can just write in where you stopped with that group. So if I play with that group again, I can go to the point where we stopped. And with another group, I start over and write down when I stopped there, and when I go there, I find where we stopped.
So, do you think that the game retaining a specific state like legacy, echoes, Fabled concept is going to be the future of gaming?
I think we will see some games that memorizes things, because it's it gives you a connection to your game. It has some special, because in this game we played until that stage, and we want to follow up. But for my opinion, the games has to be easy and fast to really work for that, because for me it is, if I have a legacy game, it is the most important part is to just play it and do not wait too long to play it again. And here it does not matter, because it's so easy, it's so fast that you can, even after a year, you are immediately in again. But with a legacy game, you will not. If you stop 6 months, and it is horrible to get back. Where were we? I really love the concept, but it is not so good to come back to them if you're not really in the mood for constant playing, or whatever time stories you play, and if you're not got through the case, and if you wait 3 months and want to go back, it's just horrible, kind of, because I know something, but I cannot remember. So you should play it. And here it's not important, because the game memorizes for you.
Thank you, Friedman, for that wonderful overview of Fabled Fruit, and see you on Nudebox. Bye!
Taram,